Now we could do it. Yeah, I was muted. I was muted. You guys didn't get to hear me. Dang it. Gotta go ahead and repeat that intro. Well, let's do an audio and visual check. That's why we do it, right? That's why we do the audio and visual check. Give me just a second here. Get a few things set up on my end. And as I do that, welcome everybody. Welcome to Slow Markets. I'm Coach Dakota, Coach DBA. As always in the YouTube chat, there's our top step risk disclosure. Everything I could say and everything I say I do is for educational purposes only. It's not a signals class. It's not financial advice. You know, if you can read lips, right? Runny nose. It's oh, these markets. Look at these markets. It was how's everybody's trading? Gold is just pumping. If you guys follow me on social media, like the Twitter, I did make a post. I made a post. I said, gold's not done. We were right here. Next thing we know, you know, we're 1100 ticks, 2.25%, $100 higher, $111 higher. Gold's just absolutely insane. It is. And just so that I could make sure we get this updated, and before we dive into it, if you guys are, let me make sure I gotta pull this up. We got an update on the risk adjustments, the high volatility. So I'm gonna go ahead and just share this here. Give me just a moment so that we can see Topstep support. Topstep support right there. Oh man, I got it. All right, let me see if I can pull it up, zoom it in a little bit better. But risk adjustments, high risk volatility as a heads up due to the increase in volatility and margin requirements. You can see, go through and read this in both sim and live. Before it was, I had some restrictions in the live. Now it's, we can trade. I could trade it. I could trade it in my live account. However, you know, just micros, right? Micros, and depending on your account side, go through, read this. We got, there's a link to the help center. If Bruno, if you could put the link to the help center in the YouTube chat, that'd be very helpful. Yeah, here we go. I could trade this. Man, look at gold. It is moving. It is just insane. No sim is a, no, you could trade it. Just micros. You could trade it in the micros. If you're trading a mini in these markets right now, I mean, I would not. Yeah, that's just Way too volatile. Let's get to these markets. Gold, you can see I just have a combine up. I have a combine up while we get through this. I'm going to just do a top-down analysis. Let's do a top-down analysis real quick. I mean, these markets are moving, so I want to be quick with it. Those poor gold shorts. Those gold shorts, do you know how many people I have seen and I have talked to saying that gold will never get past this all-time high? It's like, yeah, we'll never see gold at these prices ever again. They were saying the same thing about silver too, and I was talking about this with Coach Jay. I mean, they were kind of saying the same thing on each one of these sell-offs in gold. Just all-time, I'm never going to get back to those prices. It's going parabolic. Yeah, okay, you're right. Gold's just going crazy. It's parabolic. We're just rallying. We're up like 6-7% today. We're up already 2.5% tonight, which is absolutely insane. And we got all the way down to 4,400. That was just a couple nights ago. That was not last night, but the night before. Last night we're at 4,800. We're already almost $300 higher. It's 3,000 ticks higher than that, and we're already. If we do a Fibonacci retracement, right? Where's the fibs? Where's the fibs? Where our fib traders at? Let's see. Where's these Fibonacci retracements? How much have we already retraced? Right? Half of it? We're already more than half? Yeah, this is why I do not like absolutes in these markets. You think something's going to happen and you think there's an absolute, the market will just make a fool out of you. Anything can happen. We're seeing it in gold. It was just there's nothing fundamental, right, that changed. Like what caused this sell-off in gold? And I could, metals, like silver, gold and silver. I think opinions might differ on what exactly called it or what caused this sell-off. You could say maybe an increase in margins. Maybe it was a new Fed. Maybe it was profit taking. Maybe it was liquidations on the way down. Maybe it was a mix of everything. But either way, it was one heck of a sell-off. It lasted 3 days, right? We go look and see where the sell-offs have been on gold. They don't last very long. They have not lasted very long. 3 days? 3 days? Maybe this one back in the end of October was a more dramatic one because it lasted maybe a week. And this one had 3 days and we're right back. We're right back on it. Right back on it. Let's zoom into an hourly chart, see what we're looking at here. And then we'll get ready and see if we can start trading it up. So here's an hourly chart on gold. Sure enough, as I was talking about with Coach Jay, we put in that low. That was a higher low. We went through, broke out. We never did get that pullback last night that I was looking for. Unfortunately, we never did get that pullback. And instead, we just broke out, consolidated for most of the New York session. No pullback whatsoever. And just rallied. So no pullback, just complete rally, breakout. I was saying, maybe we see 5,000. We see 5,000. We're breaking through 5,000. The question is, can we hold it, right? Can we hold this 5,000 level here on the hourly? It was a big level of support. I mean, if we have a fake out, maybe we go back down in this range that we were seeing, these 4,900s. I wouldn't be surprised if that as well. And then let's zoom into a 5-minute chart. And yeah, you can kind of see we had that big rally tonight. We opened up right at this level, little pump up higher, sell off, and then we popped all the way up to these 5,070s. We're seeing quite the sell off. Right now. A little pullback here. Is this little? Is this something that we're gonna buy? Not sure, but let's take a look at the NASDAQ real quick. Go through these different markets. NASDAQ had a rough day. The equities had a rough day. Let's zoom out. I got to zoom out on the NASDAQ briefly. We have been range bound. Absolutely range bound. Very choppy, very rough seas trading these markets. Buy low, sell high. We're making, here's these pivot lows. Take those as you will. We haven't really made a clean direction. It looked like we was going to break out to the long side. We failed. It looked like we was going to break out to the downside first, then the long side. And we're kind of right in the middle, which is just makes for very difficult trades. Very difficult trades. So zoom into an hourly chart, and honestly, yeah, I'm not. It's hard from a technical trader on this. It really is. You have what, lower high. We tried and straight up consolidate, straight back down, test these lows. I wouldn't be surprised if we test these and break them. I don't want to say I'd like to see these markets sell off, but I wouldn't be surprised to see the NASDAQ come down here and break it. 5-minute chart. We'll zoom in there. It just looks so heavy. NASDAQ looks so heavy. We do have earnings this week, right? Earnings throughout this week. Go through. Let me make sure I'm on top of everything. We have PMI, correct? Yep, we have PMI. Today's the 3rd. Tomorrow's the 4th. So we have PMI. We have oil. We got Fed speakers. There's always Fed speakers, it seems like. But other than that, we have jobless claims and Amazon earnings tomorrow. Jobless, not tomorrow. Thursday. We got Google tomorrow. That's a big one. So we got Google tomorrow, Amazon Thursday, jobless claims Thursday, and Fed speakers sprinkled in there, obviously, with the headline risk. Now, let me know if I misspeak on any of that. Just call it out in the chat to make sure I am providing the most accurate information on that. And then last but not least, let's take a look at silver before we start trading. Same thing goes for silver, to be honest. The same analysis I was doing on gold, very similar to silver. However, I think Andre, during the day show, was pointing this out. Silver's not as strong as gold. Like, silver has not retraced like gold has. Silver's not even, a third? Maybe a third? I was kind of looking for this. Gold is just so strong and kept rallying. I know there was, a bank or two saying, my price target for gold, I want 6,300 by the end of the year. I'm like, man, October I was happy to see 5,000 by the end of 2026. And now we starting to see targets above 6,000, 6,300 by end of year this year. So, if we're going to surpass that if gold keeps going $300 a day the way we've been rallying. But yeah, silver, a lot weaker than the gold. Didn't even try to break through those. I mean, we tried, but these 88's level, going to the hourly chart, maybe it's a little bit lagging behind, right? Very similar pattern that we've seen on gold, higher low. Is this a higher low? Question mark. That's what I'm thinking. Is this a higher low? Are we going to see that breakout? Are we going to see a breakout and push through those 90s? I mean, if silver was following gold exactly, maybe we would see these 90s already in. Maybe we see 97. That's still a possibility if silver wants to just break out here, which is still crazy to think because that's 12% higher. 12% higher in silver. From the lows, we've already rallied 25% from low to this little pivot right here. I say little, so 25% rally. I didn't measure the gold though. I didn't measure the gold rally. What was the gold rally off this low already? We're up 15% almost. 15%. So you can see how much more volatile silver is. But let's get to it. Let's get to these markets. We got that pullback. We got the pullback in gold. Got to make sure I'm in the micros. Yeah, and if I like what I see, I'll pull out the live account here. Got to adjust to this volatility. This volatility is just something that if you say, I'm used to this price action. When? Where? When have you ever been used to this volatility that we're seeing this week? I mean, not in these metals. I mean, we get volatility, but not like this. Not like this. Let's get some music going. We'll get to some questions. And as always, as I go through this, let's hit it with hashtag slow markets. Hashtag slow markets. There are my social handles in the YouTube chat. Go ahead and tag me. You know how it is. If you're new, go ahead and tag me. Hashtag slow markets. Whether it's a trade setup, we do it during the day show as well, right? Hashtag fast markets, hashtag power hour. Well, this one's hashtag slow markets. It's up to you, right? Want to get to the 1,000 likes tonight? My goal is going to be 1,000 likes till we hit it. I want to see us get to 1,000 likes consistently. That would be amazing, absolutely amazing. Let's get this music going. What is going on with this music? There we go. If you want me to change the song, just shout it out in the chat. Hashtag slow markets. Tag me on it in the socials. Right, there they are. There's my Twitter. There's Instagram. Go ahead, you can tag me. But yeah, here we go. We got that nice rally. This is a 5-minute chart on the left, a 100-tick chart on the right-hand side. Good evening, Coach Robert in the chat. How are you? Watching the metals go wild. And Coach J. Coach J watching these metals go wild too, I'm sure. Just gold's not done, Jay. Gold not done. It's just going. It's just going. So big rally. We got this pullback here. Now the question is this the pullback to buy and look for continuation higher? Gold's already up 2.33%. The high for tonight is 5,075. We broke through these 5,000 levels. So I'm gonna watch for price action over here on this 100-tick chart, looking for a breakout to the long side. It's very hard to short this market. I say that, and what, 5 minutes later I'm gonna be in a short. And there it goes. There it goes. Just like that. There's $10. 100 ticks. I speak it into existence. Look at that. That little rally. I say little, but 150 ticks almost in a minute. Like, yeah, I'm gonna look for some longs here, and then 150 ticks later, straight up. Coach Dakota, I was down 800. Now I'm up 330. Nice. And then remember, if you don't feel comfortable in this volatility, you don't have to trade it. You could hop into a simulated account, practice account. You could. This is a nice thing about having multiple combines. You could switch over to a combine, practice it, get used to it. That's what I'm doing here. I'm not used to this volatility in gold. If I see a good setup, if I see this market start to stabilize a little bit, then yes, I'll switch to my live and I'll place a trade. But as of right now, yeah, I mean, look at that bounce. That's insane. That's insane, that move. Just right there. 150 ticks, 0.25% in gold. A commodity. A commodity moving like that. Any idea why the day moving averages are different on Topstep versus TradeView, or think maybe where it starts the day? I don't know. I don't trade with indicators. I don't know the calculations between different platforms. Can I still trade micros on metals? Yeah. Yep. There's the link in the YouTube chat. Also, Topstep has posted on their socials and then in the Discord with the details. Micros only. Can you explain the 3-bar reversal and the VWAP? Well, VWAP is the volume weighted average price, right? 3-bar reversal, it's exactly what it sounds like. 3-bar reversal. Here's an example. Right there. Price rallies or sells off, and then you have the reversal bar, which is the candlestick with the highest point, and then the next one breaks the low. Or the high if it's going the opposite way. Look at this market. What's gonna stop gold? Anybody? Anybody in the chat? What's gonna stop gold from going up? Because I'm not seeing it here. I don't see. I mean, is this a very quick reverse head and shoulders? Breaking through this neckline. Well, yeah. As of right now, yes. It ain't done. If I place a long, that will make gold go down. Yeah, you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if that's true. Yeah, Nick Dovey says, I survived the gold bear market. It lasted 48 hours. It survived the gold bear market of 2026. It was the The fastest bear market ever. Ever. And now we're right back up. It was a short winter. Bears back into hibernation. Good news. Would make gold go down. Will it though? Will it? Stock's been hitting all-time highs throughout 2025, and gold just marches on. If I get in long, that might make gold go down. That has a tendency. Now that has a high probability. Let's say that. High probability. Gold goes down if I get in it. If I get in long. No balls. You know, I'll show you. I'll show you. This is just a practice sim. Watch. I'll get in long one. You don't believe me? Obviously, there's the risk disclosure in the YouTube chat. We're watching these markets move, having fun. Gold, the comfortable trade. All right, we'll do the stop loss here. Let's. See, look at that. What I tell you? You gotta trust. You gotta trust. If this thing just sells off. Okay. So, let's see if this would be a. Okay, I gotta do full analysis, right? I'm looking for. I'm looking for see if we can have a break through this level, and maybe a retest of 5,100 for the chatters. For the chatters. Why not the live account? I explained this. I explained this twice, I think, in the last 10 minutes. These markets are volatile. I'm gonna wait for them to settle down a little bit. See, I told you this is a sim. I placed this there because you guys didn't believe me that as soon as I get into a long, it's gonna go up. I'm having way too much fun tonight. Hey, these markets are moving. See, look now. You see what? Just the way the markets work sometimes. Markets aren't that volatile. I beg to differ. I beg to differ. Put on a mini, and then you would you'd find out real quick how volatile these markets are. Where did we say if I got into a long? Right there. Where did Dakota get long? Right there. Time to go up now. Now I'm out. We can go up. No. I'll switch to the live account once things start to settle down. I need the market to settle down a little bit. We got the top of the hour in about 7 minutes, and these markets are volatile. I was the catalyst for this dip in gold. Yeah. I stopped it from going up. Hey, powers that be. We split the difference. Sound like a plan? Yeah. Remember, this is not a signals class. It's not financial advice. I'm gonna repeat that throughout the night. We're gonna watch these markets. Let's take a look and see what the silver is doing. All right, gold's up 2.6%. Silver, we're up 4% on silver. 4.3% on silver. Just insanity. And the NASDAQ, negative 0.1. The calm NASDAQ, negative 0.1. Bitcoin, what's the Bitcoin doing? Not too much. Not too much on the Bitcoin. But let's focus on the gold here. No, I don't want to see copper. Copper is pretty insane. We're gonna watch this. Dakota, I took a quick short. As you mentioned it, you're going long in a quick $70. Remember, you're trading your own strategy. You're not basing anything off of what I do. Yep. Let's make sure we get that very, very clear. Nassim. If I had Mr. Beast's money, that'd be a different story. What would you do? What would you do if you had that much money? All right, here we go. Gold, where are we going? Come back down and retest these 40s. I legit got in long at what price? 68.7. Was it this high? I got in long right up there. Just right there. My Amazon is down, but my oil is dumping today. We do have, like I said, we got Google and Amazon. Thursday's going to be a big one as well. So this week, as volatile it is, it still has the catalyst to keep, even increase the volatility. Let's do a market vibe check. Yeah, Google's up 1%. Remember, we got Google earnings tomorrow. And then we got Amazon the following day. We have employment data as well. Of course, we're watching gold. We're up 2.5% here on gold. Gold's just shooting out of a cannon. It's just insane how it's just, you don't short this market. You don't short gold when it's just running. It's like if you short this market, you're like jumping in front of a moving train, and it just what's it going to take to move to have a sell-off in gold, other than me shorting it or me getting long, right? Going through the rest of this, that's about it. I mean, Broadcom's down 0.8, Intel's down 0.6, so not much when it comes to craziness going on in the markets, other than these metals. These metals are just a sight to behold. We're gonna remember this for a while, honestly. You guys can hear the music? Chat? Are you able to hear the music here? Let me know. Or am I just enjoying the music all by myself? Yeah, you can hear. Okay. Sometimes I don't know, because I could listen to the music and I'm enjoying it, and I forget to click the button to send it out into the stream. Send it out to the stream. All right, we got some good hashtag slow markets already cooking. What I'm wanting to see, I want to see gold come back down and test these 50-40s. I like to see gold come down and test these lows. I don't see a long and I don't see a short. We're kind of in the middle of this consolidation pattern that we've been in for the past 20 minutes or so. While I do that, I'm going to get some of the hashtag slow markets that traders are starting to submit here. And as we got new traders joining in, Topstep did make an announcement. You know, if you follow their Twitter, right? The link is in the YouTube chat, just talking about the restrictions. Yes, you can trade. Yes, you can trade. Make sure you read this. Okay, you can trade, but trading micros depending on the account size. So a lot of traders were like, oh, you can't trade, everything's restricted. Wrong, you can trade. You just watched me place a trade right there. It's just micros. Make sure you read and understand everything. Nothing gets me more frustrated than when someone tags me, oh, how you can't trade this. And it's like, just stop, take a minute, read everything in full, try and understand something, right? It's a lot better to try and understand something than to speak on something that you might not know. I make that mistake sometimes too, and those are the ones where I'm just like, I regret the most. I'm like, oh, damn it, I should have just shut my mouth and read a little bit and try and understand it. And you know what, that's kind of what happens. Some things that these markets become volatile, that's what happens. Risk management. I need normal gold. Micro is not enough. Micros are enough. Micros are definitely enough. I've demonstrated it here on slow markets day in and day out. Once things start to settle down, it will get back to normal. One micro is actually too much? Well, it depends on what market, right? If you're trading silver, 1 micro is a lot. just hanging out here in these 50, 60s. 50, 60s. Is this a higher low? Higher low? Possibly. Possibly. This looks like we're just going to break through this. Why not? Why not? Let's see if we can get through these. Christopher, hey, to each their own. To each their own. Look at this market. Now we're going to break out. Show the order book. Show that. That's what you want to see. Let's see what it looks like on the minis, so you guys could see how illiquid it is. It's a little bit better than it was, right? There's actually more orders on the bid and ask, but it's still not as liquid. It's not a normal market, right? It's a little bit better, but not still a very liquid, very, very volatile. I mean, look at this. Watch. We want to do a demonstration here. Let's do a demonstration. We're going to do a demonstration in a safe environment, right? MGC. We're doing it in micros. I'm going to get in long 3 micros here. See if we catch this breakout. You always have only one trading combine? Yeah, I have my live account, and then I practice strategies, and I practice and do demonstrations as a coach in, say, trading combine. Right? I'm a coach. I'm running the stream. If I want to demonstrate something, I want to show something, I want to talk about it, you know, answer a question, I do it in the combine. Of course, I'm not going to be like, oh, let's see this so we could so I could demonstrate this. I'm not going to do that in a live account, right? And woo, maybe I should have, because this thing is just rocking here. 5080s, new session high. Look, $250 right there. Gold. Gold. There's the breakout. Do we see all-time highs here by Friday? Can we see all-time highs by Friday? Is that possible? Someone says this is a pop before the reversal. I do not trust any reversals on the NASDAQ or on gold. All right, it's like you're trying to turn around the train, right? You just can't just pivot and turn around. It just seems like it's gonna be like a 16-point turn. Yeah, there you go. Bruno says you can trade metals. Yeah, I'm doing it right here in front of you. Demonstrating. They're just going straight up. Wow. Wow. I'm just at awe. Just wow. Silver missed my entry by 1 tick. Oh. Someone says, I'm in easy short entry. Player Cube Realm says easy short entry. Please elaborate. I'd love to know what you're looking at to short gold right here. Like, what is it that you're looking at that qualifies you to say easy short entry? If it works out, you're a genius. But just elaborate what you're looking at. Is there like an indicator? Is there like a level? Read my prior comments. Chat moves too quick. What was your prior comments? And where's your stop loss? Maybe that's a good question. Where is your stop loss? Someone says easy short entry right here. Gold casualty $300 higher than this afternoon. I know, right? Right, Dan Evans? 24 hours ago, we were at 4,800. We were at 4,800 last night at this time. At this time. There's your short. Was that your... Did you take profit? Were you planning on... Yeah. This is why if you want... I'm probably going to avoid comments in the chat. Unless you give more detail. Player Koopman, I add now to gold short. What is your target? Come on, you got to elaborate. Are you going to hold it until tomorrow? Or are you going to hold it until we get down to 5,000? I could see 5,000. If we do sell off, I'd like to see 5,000. Here, I'm going to do that. You just told me why you entered. Did you really? Well, I hope it works out for you. I've been struggling to get a 5K payout. If you would get a 2.5K payout now, guaranteed, what would you do? There's no guarantee. There's no guarantee in these markets. He did talk about EMAs. The daily 9 EMA and the 30-minute chart 200 day. Okay, so it's a higher time frame. This market is a tough trade? Yeah, it is. One micro long to bed for 8 hours? I mean, what, buy gold, go to sleep, wake up in the morning, and you're up a couple thousand ticks? That would have happened. That would have been the play last night. Last night, I took profit right at 4,769. And that was the low. That was the low. We just ripped higher from that point on. And coming up on these session highs. It just keeps going. Session highs, gold. Session highs, gold. What's making this market go up? Well, buyers just coming in and marketing this order, whether they're just wanting to get in long, or if you're short and you have your stop loss, you have to cover your shorts, and that's a market order. So hopefully you have managed risk on that easy short. If you're using a higher time frame, I'm sure you have a wider stop. I'd love to see 5,000. I want to see 5,000 again. But that's a big round number, and I don't know if we could get there. We got a ways to go if we want to see 5,000. Jimmy Zhang, this is a breakout trade that I'm taking so we could see how micros perform in this volatility, because micros is not enough for some people. If this was in silver, I just couldn't see it in silver. Silver is too insane. I'm gonna take one off here. I'm gonna take one off. See if we get that push through. Dakota, how's boxing going? It's rough. Boxing's been rough. I couldn't sleep last night. It was like 3 a.m., 2 a.m. And I posted on Twitter. I'm like, I can't sleep. I know age is relative. There's always like, you know, if I'm saying this to someone in their 50s or 60s or 40s or 70s, they'll laugh, right? But I'm 32. And when you can't sleep and you're not thinking of anything else and you're not thinking of the market, it gets to you. It gets to you. You're like, damn, I'm halfway towards 60. You know, a little bit of midlife crisis for 15 minutes. And it got triggered when I was boxing, and everybody at the gym that I was sparring with last night was in their lower 20s. They're all young. They're like 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. And I'm over here being the old man. And I can't move my feet. I can't move my feet. Not in a box. You know, 32 might be young in the lifespan, but when it comes to boxing, it's on the older side. All right, I'm out. Up $200 on that one. Just tried jujitsu. I couldn't, man. Get in my guard. Let me pull guard. No, I couldn't do jujitsu. I'm sorry. I love boxing too much. Yeah, and boxing 32 is like 50. It's like, and trading ages you. I swear, trading ages you like dog years. Which is trading years. It's trader years. I'll argue that, Ruben. There's a reason why boxing is a little bit different, right? In sports, 40 is on the older side. Yeah, you just wake up and you're like, I'm sore. What's this feeling? I actually have to start stretching. Look, they don't want to take gold down. If you're trying to short gold, it's like pulling teeth here. Very difficult. It just keeps going up, up and away. Up 3% here, just tonight here on gold. They told you you're becoming immortal. What's that movie? There's a movie, an older movie with Justin Timberlake, and like you're 25 years old and they keep your time on your wrist or something. I'd do that. It's going back down. Let's get it, player. Player Cube Realm. Cube Realm, yeah. Player Cube Realm. I think I'm saying that right. Let's get it. Let's sell this market off down to 5,000. In time. Oh, okay. That makes sense. Yeah. Look at it. Everyone's watching that one. We get to 1,000 likes. Movie In Time. Yeah, that's the name of the movie. Let's get it down to 5,000. Come on, chat. I'm rooting for the shorts here on gold. I shouldn't be rooting. It's wrong for me to root because there's someone that's long. There's traders that are long this market. So let's say I'd like to see a pullback. All right, because I don't have a position on, and if I want to get long gold, I'd like to see a pullback. So I could say that, right? Oh, get the music back on. See if we can see 5,000 here. Got all of them. Says, why are you trading Combine? Don't you have an XFA or a live? I have a live account, but I'm choosing to trade a sim account because of its volatility and demonstrating as a coach on air. If I see a good setup, if we get a pullback down to 5,000 and I see what I like, I'll switch it to my live. I'd love to agree with you. It's just, it depends on your time frame on the short. It's so hard to short this market. Look at, yeah, look at this. Just your casual, let's see if we get to 100 ticks. Right back up to, right back up to session highs, huh? It's easy, just press the button. Just push the button and the short, yeah. Coach Dakota got 15,000 payouts in December. Blew about 8 XFAs in January with 0 payouts. Blew another XFA tonight. Any advice? Too big of size. Too big of size. Too big of size. If you're blowing a combine in less than, or an XFA in less than a month, probably too big of size. Just buy everything. It all goes up. Oh. Depend on your time frame. Depending on your time frame. Oh, is this a fake out? I'm looking at these pivots right here. I'm looking at these pivots. If we could break through this level, I might see us. I'd like to see us first. We'll maybe test 50-40. 50-40 and then maybe 5,000. But we need to start breaking through some of this. We're in consolidation here at these 50-85s. We gotta see it. I don't know what's going on with this playlist. Can we choose a good song here? All right, let's get it. I would be okay with a short. Let's do this. We could do this. And then I'll target a little bit lower. Let's see if we get this here. I'll put my hand on the stove. We'll see if it's hot. Gold struggling is real off of the... Okay. I'm going to build a position using stop orders. What this means is this is an order that gets triggered in at market once touched. So I'm in one contract. If this market continues to break down, then this will trigger me into 2 contracts and then 3 contracts. Did I just short the Ken whiskey? You know what? All right. Maybe. You're just gonna say it, bad entry. You know, if the market kept going down, it wasn't a bad entry. See what happens? DBA concepts. You put your hand on the stove to check if it's hot, and it's still hot. It's still hot. Who shorts gold? Bad stop loss area? What's a good stop loss area? Up here? Above 101? What's a good stop loss area? Where's your stop loss? Player cube realm. Do we put it above 101? It could pop 5112. That's a good stop loss area for you. That's where you have your stops. That's like $350. That's doable with 1 micro, right? $5112's your short entry. $5112. $5112's, it looks like your guys' favorite number. A lot of traders in the chat talking about 5112. I don't know what's up with this playlist tonight. gotta check something out. Rest the Monkey's chest says, why are we shorting metals? I don't have a good answer for you. I don't have a good answer for you right now. I'm doing this in a sim account. I'm not shorting in my live. This market's a little too insane. I'm playing for a breakdown. A breakdown and a 3-bar reversal. All right, come on. Come on, playlist. I don't know what is going on with this playlist tonight. But my stop, it'd be at 40, like right here. So let's test this out. Let's see. I'm curious. Let's see how these two different stops. This is the one thing I love about practicing, right? And this is the one thing I love about a simulated environment. You get to test new things. This is just me personally. My stop loss is gonna be right above these highs, because if gold breaks out, I don't want to be in it. It's easier for me to get back in than to just hold it through these session highs. But there's a lot of traders. There's a few in chat was saying like 112s, 5-1, 112. But if we do start to break down, I want to build into a position. That's why I have my sell stops. Just one micro here in gold. And then if we do start to break down, they'll trigger me into 2, then 3 micros on gold. And then I'm definitely going to be adjusting my stop loss, then looking to target maybe these 50-40s. But gold is just on the move. It's just marching. Gold's not stopping. What is your advice for a kid wanting to learn? Prop firms are a great way. That is my advice. You're at the right place. You know, prop firms allow you very minimal capital to be introduced to the futures markets. It allows you to take payouts if you start showing that consistency. And yeah, I mean, just try and learn as much as you can, but keep your own trading your own, right? Don't follow anyone. Say, I'm going to just follow exactly what they do, and that's my strategy. No, build your own strategy and keep it simple, right? The more you learn, the easier it is to overcomplicate your trading. Just keep it simple. Build your own strategy. Steve R says, don't do it. I'm at 5-112 in case the final stop hunt pop. Then I move my stop down when I see it. Market screen time, intuition, you see the stop runs. Let's do it. We're gonna see it. We're gonna see what happens here tonight. We got 7 minutes to the bottom of the hour. We are not at 1,000 likes. Someone says NQ. Let's take a peek at the NQ. What's the NQ doing? We're moving, right? We popped up to this. Oh, is this gonna be a Batman signal? Is this a Batman signal here in NQ? We've seen this. You guys know this one. And then we just sell off. I don't know. It'd be a double top, right? But we've seen this before. Oh, damn. Gold on fire. All right, gold's cooking. Triggered into a second one. So my original stop, so far so good. My original stop, so far so good. I'm having this white line as my original stop. It's a double Batman reversal. Head and ears instead of head and shoulder. Head and ears. Okay. This is almost like a team sim trade here on my end. We're shorting the metals. Coach J's hopefully sleeping. All right, triggered into my third. Let's see how this plays out now. Let's see how this plays out. Show the Batman chart again, please. This trade comes first. This trade comes first. Let's see how it plays out. We're fighting that trend. The trend has hands, okay. But we're doing this. Player Cube Realm says 50-65 break. I add another. So player Cube Realm, you're looking for 50-65, a break of 50-65. So like right there. So you want this one to break. $50-80 longs might be a trap now. This is it's slow down. We're consolidating. If we gold is coming up, well, we got 4.5 minutes. 4.5 minutes. We'll see a spike in volatility. Do I ever use break even? No. I go based off of market structure. That hook voice for the confirmation trade is there. Hey, you can switch it. You can switch it. Cut it. We're gonna do this in a sim account. Sim, Topstep risk disclosure in the YouTube chat. Not in my live. I'm not in my live. This is in a simulated account. We're gonna see if we could catch a pullback, and we're in this. We're in this player cube realm. Stops at 5112. Way up there. My original stop is right above these highs. So at these like 50, 87, 88. But then traders are talking about a possible fake out. Do something like that. How long it takes to get a payout from Topstep? Well, as long as it takes you to show consistency, right? All right, gold, we're chilling here. 50-80s. We're up 3%, right on the money. 3%. Let's take a look at silver. What is silver doing? Silver up 5%. Silver's up 5.3%. Silver is going right back into those 90s maybe. Let's take a look at the NASDAQ. NASDAQ. Oh, the second ear is forming. That second ear on this Batman pattern. We'll see. This is typically what it would look like, right? And then we sell off. Then we sell off. That's the Batman pattern. You think I'm joking? I've seen it before. Yeah. Okay, gold. The bat signal. Yeah, it's the bat signal. The Joker pattern. The Joker pattern is shorting gold. Feels like. But I like that we're holding here. We're not going up. We have just under 2 minutes to the bottom of the hour. So maybe we just hold this level until the bottom of the hour, and then we spike, and then we break out of this. Because we've been here for 20 minutes. Almost 25 minutes around these 50-80s. See if we could get it. 1 minute. 1 minute left. It's back and forth. It's a volatile. It's a volatile right here. This is just so those tuning in, just barely. This is my original stop loss. We got some traders looking at these 51.12s, and then also looking to add if we break below 50.65. So just curious how this trade plays out. Gold's just been pumping. We're up 3%. Well, here comes the bottom of the hour in about 20 seconds. We're just consolidating, right? We're just consolidating. That's, if we do break to one side or the other, the longer we consolidate, typically the more momentum we could get when we get a breakout, right? Expansion, contraction. And okay, here we go. Bottom of the hour. See if we get that pullback. Let's see if we can get it. I want to see 5,000. 5,000. Let's get it. That's $75 here. That is quite the target. That'd be quite the target. But so far we're breaking down, and moving, going all around. Volume's a lot lower tonight than the past 2 nights. It is Tuesday night. Wednesday's price action. Hump day. And we are just stuck at these back and forth around 50, 80. Yeah, silver's up 5%. How do we, okay, here's a good question. Hey, Coach D, how do we know at the top or the bottom of the hour the injection of liquidity is going which direction? Well, you don't, right? You never know which direction it's going to go for like 100%. We know that there could be a spike in volatility and there's a chance that we break out at that time, but you essentially never know with certainty the direction. You could put in risk, right? Manage your risk. If you're in a trade, you could manage your risk and say, okay, we're up 3%. I'm looking for a pullback. If we do see a spike in liquidity, there's a chance that that could be the catalyst for that pullback. Will we get down to 5,000? I don't know. But okay, look at this. Looky here. All right. Player Cube. Shout out to you. When is the plan to move the stop loss? That is the next question. Because so far my original stop is working out pretty well, right? We didn't even break through those 85, 88s. Let us keep looking and trailing where the longs are trapped at, and when they puke their trade when we exit. Okay. When do we trail? When do we trail? We move our stop loss where the longs are trapped. They will not get out. Where are the longs trapped? Too soon? We're seeing how this plays out. Bottom of the hour came in so far. A new lower high? A new lower high? Let's see. Trapped. What up, Mike? Come on. Come on. We'll see if we get this sell off here. I want to see 5,000 come into play. Let's get it. Thank you, Bruno. We're trying to break down. It's taking its time. Silver is also moving a lot. Yeah. The silver metals moving a lot last 4 minutes. It's the bottom of the hour here during slow markets. We got to see if we get this flush. Flush it for us. We flush it down here once for the 40s, and then twice for the remaining 5,000. Who got that joke? Okay. All right. Into these 65. We don't talk about Bruno. Yeah. Let's get it. Let's get it. A reaction bounce at 50, 60. And everybody watching, all credit goes to Player Cube Realm in the YouTube chat. Talking through this trade, working through this trade. Are we valid to move the stop loss yet? I am very... The risk management is at the top of my mind, and I'm just thinking to myself, all right, when do we move the stop? When do we move the stop? Looking at moving the stop at 50.88 would be my very... my first thing. So we tagged these 65s. And we're bouncing off of it. And we lost the music again. Oh, come on. I don't know. There we go. Not too aggressive with moving the stops. We'll let it all work out. Let it all work out. Trade's so good. Music pause. I'd start singing, but we might get a copyright. It sounds so good. We'll see. We'll see. We bounced right off those 65. That was a gap fill? What gap did we fill? I don't see a gap here. How dare. Hey, I get only like 10% of this credit, okay? 10% of the credit on this trade is all I could take. Okay, okay, moving the stop. Let's move it. Let's move the stop. Just risk management. Number one for me. Let's move that stop. Holding the 65. The between the ears gap. Are you referring to the Nasdaq? I'm not. I'm not. Oh my god! It took me a minute for that one. I think I know what you mean. Between the ears gap. It got filled. When is the Shanghai open? It was an hour ago. Hour 30 minutes ago. Bottom of the hour. 7 minutes ago. Seeing injection of liquidity. 65 is holding. What up, Mike? Yeah. For some, that gap will never get filled. Unless their eyes are brown. Then it was. I gotta watch. I gotta catch myself. First TP 50-40. What's the take profits? What's the take profits? We got 3 contracts on here, so we could scale out as we wish. Do we hold all 3 contracts to see if we could get to 5,000? Or do we scale out? I'm okay with scaling out at 50-40. 50-40 seems like my first scale out level. So I'm gonna just put one entry right there. All right, we breaking through those 65s. Get it. Player realm, you already took 1 off. You took 1 off. How many did you get in? All right, I'll take 1 off. I'll take 1 off at 56. I'll take 1 off at 56. Yeah, you can see where we bounced off that level a little bit right there. Dang, all right. We're cooking here. Yeah, turns out the stove was just lukewarm. We put our hand on the stove and it was just warm. It was room temperature, maybe a little more, just enough to warm our hands. All right, I gotta download a song like it's the early 2000s again. Like, it seems like it. All right, let's get. Oh, there's some good hashtag slow markets. I'll get to hashtag slow markets in a minute. Once again, if you don't know what that is, I've shared it Go ahead and tag me. My socials are in the YouTube chat. Let's get to 1,000 likes. Let's get to that 1,000 likes, please. Let's get it. Each and every night, I put up for you. You put up for me. Come on. I do remember the early 2000s. Before I had to get a job. Yep, Dom. This is a practice trade. This is a simulated trade that we are trading in gold. I'm not trading it in my live account. Well, we came within a couple ticks of my take profit here. Is this it? Was that it? Was that the build up for this? Is this going to be a higher low? Don't tell me that was the move. That's all that was on the bone to profit from, huh? We tagged the 60, and now we're bouncing. I was looking for this. Yeah. Let's get back down here. I want to hold a runner down to 5,000. Someone says it's not done. It ain't done. Gold not done. We'll see. NQ's on the intensive care now. NQ's taking a break, all right? We're trading them. We're trading that right now. Let's see if we could get that further push. Someone says close it. We're following this process. If you're always trading if you're always closing your trades early without following your process, you know, is it really your process, right? Is it a true risk reward? Do you have true statistics? This one's a play it out, right? I don't mind walking away from my screen and just letting it play out. A trap more longs, shake out shorts. So you're saying this is going to trap more longs and get the shorts out. We were so close to the take profit. See money, take money, true stats of a winner. Well, we tried to take money when just we didn't get it. We didn't get our take profit. Remember the 50-80 trapped longs? Well, they're happy now. The 50-80 trapped longs, they're happy. They're coming out of the... I can't read some of the chats, all right? They can't read some of this. Well, while we watch this happen, let's get to some of these hashtag slow markets. Because I don't want to look at this. Day trading Zay. Let's look at your guys'. Let's look at the traders' wins. Not gold shorts. All right, we're not gonna look at this. Hopefully congratulations on your payout request. Great work. $3,700. Consistency is key. 2 more payouts till live. Be looking out. Love to see that. All right, let's go to the next. Requested a payout tonight already. Made half of it back. Silver is enough to make decent bag. 100%. Look at this. I like this one. Look at that setup. Look at that trader station. Got the 3 monitors going. Looks like got the NASDAQ, silver, gold. Got the whole setup. Nice work. Very soon it'll be you. Hey. All right, let's see what's going on with this trade. It should reject here. It should, but will it? Oh, what kind of luxuries do I give myself with not having to worry about money? I'm gonna be honest. There is not a single thing that I own that anybody else. The majority. I don't own anything fancy other than like a horse. Massages, it would be a luxury, I guess. I got a new car, but I used the money from the insurance to pay for most of it. Those are my luxuries there. I'll get a massage once or twice a week. That is a luxury. A horse, it's not very expensive. It's a half-breed horse. And a BMW that insurance paid for quite a bit of it. I had a Honda Civic. Someone hit me and paid out insurance on it, and I took that money and I just got a BMW. That's it. Those are the luxuries I have. How long was it I traded full time? It was a few years after college. And then I still had a part-time job. I don't think I've ever traded without at least a part-time job. Part-time job has always given me a peace of mind that no matter what happens, like, my bills are paid. And it keeps you from going crazy, right? Without it, you'd just be sitting there in front of your computer screen all day, or at least I was. Let's go through. Any funny stories hanging out with Rips in Vegas? No. It was great. Whenever I'm in Vegas and see Rips, it's a good time. 50.75, all right. The buyers had hope. The buyers had the hope that you were saying. Let's see if the sellers could crush the buyers' hope. Kind of slow night compared to the last 2 weeks. It's still volatile. I mean, Nasdaq moved, or the gold moved 3%. Silver moved up 5%. We're just so used to extreme volatility. Drops trades. That is the biggest luxury of them all that trading has provided. Zero debt. What's my best and my worst P&L? In a day, in a week, in a month, in a year. I'm 18, graduated in May in college, dual enrolled, and got a job, and this is my hobby every night. Lonnie, stick to it. I think I said your name right. If you're 18, you graduate in May, in college dual enrolled, you have a job, and this is your hobby. You stick to what you love, and you stick to doing this through many ups and downs. It's going to be worth it. It will be worth it. But even, yeah, you're going to go through some hell of a time, right? You're going to go through times where you just say, screw this, or, you know, you feel like giving up. Just don't. You don't have to make it your life, right? Don't let it get in the way of your life, but you put a little bit of time to it. It's like one of those. Now, I'm horrible with quotes. Okay, I'm not the best with quotes. But what is it? You'll never get to the finish line if you stop walking, right? Taking one step is better than just sprinting full speed. Some people could have that luxury of time and money to just go full speed at trading. It's like, I'm going to commit all day to trading every single day. That's great. You're going to, maybe get to the finish line a little bit quicker, but the moment you stop is the moment you give up on like something like your dreams, right? But if you just 1 step, 2 steps a day, maybe a few steps a week, just learn something new, practice it, just don't give up. You become better each day than someone who stops. Something like that, yeah. You miss 100% of the shots you don't miss. Cue the motivational quotes. The ceiling's the roof. All right. Buyers had hope. Buyers had hope. Let's see if we could shut the door. I've watched you guys last year and can say that watching you and Jay bounce back from losses is a hell of an inspiration. Well, glad, Edgy. That's why I do this. I know this is why Coach Jay does it. I don't mind showing losses. I don't mind struggling in front of you because that's part of it. You're going to see me take losses. You're going to see me go back to an XFA or a combine and start from scratch again. Take a payout, struggle, start from scratch again. You watch me for the next 5 years, it's going to be the same thing over and over and over again. It's like, man, why do you have to keep going back to a simulated account? Markets change. I struggle. I've been over what, 15 years. A couple times a year. It's seasonal. Sometimes it feels like. It's part of trading. It was in July this year. July. All right, everyone's seen it. Oh, Dakota lost his live account. He withdrew his entire balance, and now he's back to a combine. That's a big dramatic deal. Nah, I've done it a few times. It's not a big deal. I'm doing this for the traders, for the community. I absolutely enjoy it. All right. Okay. Gold. Buyers had the hope. Like I said, what you're seeing tonight in this trade, it's I get 10% of the credit. Only 10%. Where'd you go? Oh, I'm horrible with memorizing usernames. Cube. Yeah. Player Cube Realm deserves the credit for this demonstration. Yeah, Player Cube. Talked about it. Even talked about this little bounce giving buyers hope. Look at this. Chef's kiss if we sell off here. Boom. First take profit hit. Robbie, you can withdraw your entire balance. You can withdraw your entire balance once you get to 30 days in a live account. And of course, you have a profit split like every prop firm. Topstep's at 90, not 80%. Look at this. Would you look at this? Not too bad. Freaking what a trade. What a trade. Where can we I want to see 5,000. 5,000 is a big round number, but want in one hand and yeah, that second hand. We'll see. My next take profit is 50.42. It's green on the screen. That was a good stop loss, right? I like the tight stop loss. Sometimes, yes, I do agree. Sometimes you'll get a little pop up higher and then a big sell off. And it's like, it just stopped me out. And then it went, especially at the bottom of the hour. So I understand that a wider stop loss, right? Leave room for the market to breathe. But for me, I just like, okay, it stops me out. I don't mind getting back in. If It's give or take, right? Give or take. Let's see how this market performs the rest of the evening. We got 5 minutes. 5 minutes to the end of this. Let's see. Tomorrow's Wednesday, February 4th. I will be on Fast Markets early morning. I'll be on tomorrow morning for the open with OFEC. And of course, Andre, Jack, and Hogue tomorrow morning. No more silver? Hey, we're trading gold here. Look at 130 ticks for just the first take profit. It's actually 150. 160. Why ticks, you say? I'm used to ticks on metals. And it's bigger, right? It's like measuring in centimeters instead of inches. You just like to see the bigger number. We'll see if we could get this. See what happens in the next 4 minutes. Is getting to live the ultimate goal? Getting to live is not the ultimate goal. Being able to have consistency in a live account is the ultimate goal, right? Getting to live is just another step, right? You got simulated accounts, a simulated environment, using it, finding consistency, building a strategy there. Once you're able to get, to a live account, that's where it starts. I don't want to like deter. It's like, oh, you've made it, right? It's a big stepping stone. Now it's being able to perform and have that consistency. All right. See if we get down here to these 50-40s. Though everyone has their own ultimate goals. In the trading career, I'm going to be honest. The ultimate goal for trading is, it's being able to help others. You get to that point where it's like, this is boring, right? Or routine, I think is a better. Instead of saying boring, I think a better one is just like, it could get a little routine. Being able to be involved in a community and help others and get messages on like some of the success stories and what you pay, like what you play in their journey to find that success, is the ultimate goal for me. So maybe that could be the next step. All right, gold. I think we're just kind of slowed down, not really picking a direction, and we're not seeing a pullback. We are not. It just, if that's what you want to call a pullback, sure. We got 2 minutes to the end of this. Oh, I'll sit here till the end. Over the fence. That one's out there, man. Jesse Wang. I should have my own YouTube. Just tune into my socials. Tune into my socials. I've provided my Instagram and my Twitter. 2026, there are some major things happening. Like, major things like that. That's all I could say. 2026, best year yet. Best year yet. And you probably want to be a part of it. All right, we got better tunes now. There we go. Just getting started. Dakota, does your heart ever race anymore when you're in a trade? I've sized down and I still, not anymore. I think it's more, my heart races more when it's in front of the audience, and it's not about the dollar amount. It's not about the dollar amount. It's about being able to like demonstrate a good trade, good habits. That's a lot harder to do than anything else. I think I'm just gonna let this play out. I'm gonna let this one play out. I'm gonna have my final take profit down here at 5,000. Yeah. Final take profit at 5,000. Right there. And I'm just gonna let it play out. Let me make sure I put this on right. Yeah, because it's right there. We didn't get to the 1,000 like goal. What the heck, traders? What the heck? At least silver just ran down. I'm holding on. I'm staying on there for just one more minute. Let's just see. I want to see if we could break through these 50s. I want to see us break these 50s if we can. It looks like we might. It looks like we might break through these 56s. Now, will we go all the way down to this take profit? I don't know. Let's see if we can do it. So I don't mind staying on just a little bit longer. See if we break that. Yeah, I took it off for a reason, because it wasn't linked, right? It'd be something like this. Right? Yeah, it might take longer than expected. No? Maybe. I was gonna say a few minutes after to see, and see if we can get to 1,000 likes, but maybe 600. Dakota, how much of an XFA can I take out? What do you mean? Like, I think it. What is it, 5,000? And depending on what account size. Silver leading the way. Last market check vibe. Yeah, silver selling off a little bit. Did the Batman pattern play out? Slowly now. It's a ugly looking Batman. Okay, well, I think that's it. I'm just let this one play out. Take care, everybody. I'll see you bright and early tomorrow morning, if not tomorrow night. See you.